Okay guys, so here we are. We're back with part two, and we still have a we have a mess, practically. But it's a good mess, and yeah. Anyway, so this maybe in I don't know a few more, maybe two more videos, then we'll actually start using the airbrush for like a full drawing. I just kind of want you guys to get comfortable with using your pencil tool first, because your pencil is what's going to help you keep your images sharp and crisp looking. So you just want to get used to it. Okay, so now what I want to do is let's zoom back in here on this eye, and let's just start to add just a few little eyelashes, just a few, not many, just a few, just like that. That's fine for right now. And here on this corner though, you're going to want to bend them, and it's due to the angle that the drawing is. So you want to just put a slight bend on them. Okay, that's fine. So hopefully you can see why now. Anyway, okay, so now what we want to do is we're gonna need to touch up and fix this nose a little bit. So we want to come up here. Hopefully you can see that right about in here. If it fades out a little bit when I get closer to the camera, once I move my hand away, you'll be able to see where I went. So don't worry too much. Okay, so just come down and connect that. Okay, so can you see that? So I just woof. Okay, so I just added that line in right there. Okay, so now here's where the fun stuff happens. Let's get the eraser. Now don't forget, we're using a 2B pencil, but we need that eraser right now. So let's grab the eraser, and let's start to erase a little bit of the face, and also right here under where her chin should be. Now you build up the drawing, and then you erase some of it so you can kind of, it's like clay pretty much. You get an idea of what you're doing, and then you erase parts of it so you can fix it up later. Okay, so pretty much we're just going to erase this whole entire side of her face. So don't worry about all this over here right now. We're going to work with that later, but maybe come on up just a little bit higher. Okay, so now this is always the cleanup part. Go back into your tools and grab your 2B pencil. Now what we're going to do is, because here's what we're going to do is, before it was just kind of round, but no one's head is that round. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come in, and I'm sorry if my hand's blocking, but you'll be able to see what I did after I move it. But we're just going to come in right, just come on down, and literally all I'm doing is just whoosh, 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 just down. Now here's the important part. We're going to come right here and just come down a little further and curve it just like that. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to curve it and then have it come straight down just a little bit, and then we're going to have it come out just a little bit, not much, just a little. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see how that's going. Now what we want to do is curve it in a little bit and stop it right about here. So what we're going to do now is, since we stopped it right here, right there, since we stopped it, what we're going to do now is we're going to just curve it back on up just a little bit. There we go. So practically we're just reshaping her face. So you see before, it was pretty much from this line going all the way around. So as you can see, that was a humongous face. So, I still don't know exactly what type of character we're drawing because I'm just kind of pulling this out of my head. But that's what's kind of fun. Um, and feel free to experiment with this as you go along too. You don't have to follow. Um, I mean, it's good if you follow what we're doing now, but I mean, when it comes to like coloring and stuff, you don't have to pick the colors that I pick. You can do different colors. Um, so yeah. Anyway, okay. So let's let's keep going. Um, Now, what I want to do is we actually want to fix this neck. So grab your eraser again, and yeah, okay. So now we have our eraser. Let's erase well, yeah, a lot of the neck actually. Not too much. Just about right there. And let's get rid of a little bit of that over there. Just a little bit. And, believe it or not, now that I'm looking at it, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And that too. And that one. Since I'm pulling this out of my head, I'm starting to see why things should be in different places, and so let me show you why. So actually, one more time, grab my eraser. I grabbed the wrong pencil too. We're supposed to be using a 2B. Look at me. I'm gonna get you guys all confused. Okay, so here we go. 2B pencil. Now the reason why I erased all that stuff is because of this. For one, I want to make her neck a little bit thinner so it looks more like a female's neck. I hope I didn't offend anybody by saying female. I know some people are funny about that. I don't know. Anyway, but hopefully no one was offended by me saying female. You would be surprised. I know it sounds silly, but you'd be surprised. Some people they don't like that term. So, but I mean, it is. We are drawing a female, so yeah. Hopefully no one gets upset. Okay, so the reason why I did all of that is because it looks more like she should be turning her head. So we want this bone over here to turn the hardest. And let's put a slight little one over there. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. But now, just to make a stronger impact, that's actually what she's doing, let's go ahead and drop some shoulder down over here. Now mind you, not humongous shoulders, because this is a woman that we are drawing. And unless they're unless that one wrestler lady, or whatever she is, Holga or something, unless we're drawing her, then we don't need to have humongous shoulders. Okay, now this is just, let's just go ahead and just add this. Just add a couple of lines down like here. This is just so we don't lose track of what we're doing. So don't get super fancy with that. Okay, so now I really hope I'm not moving too fast for anyone. I'm really just trying to take it easy. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a 3-part video or something. So, hopefully you guys watch this. For those of you who are new to the channel, it only takes a few seconds. Please hit subscribe. And also, for those of you who are going to watch the first video, please continue to watch the other ones to follow. It really helps. And also, shoot, can I just mention for a minute, thank you guys for the subscribers already. I think we're up to, at least last time I checked, was 12. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but I mean, I opened up the page Friday, and we already have 12 subscribers. So, that's pretty cool. So I really appreciate that, guys. So keep it coming, and I will promise you I will keep these videos coming. Okay, so I've been talking and just moving my fingers around. But here's what we're going to do now. We're going to actually start to add in some hair. And for me, when it comes to hair, just add in a line like that, and you'll see why. But for me, when it comes to hair, I love it when girls have really poofy hair. So I like drawing my characters with poofy hair. So it doesn't have to be poofy hair. I don't even know for sure if this character is going to have poofy hair, which I'm starting to see. I don't think she will. At least not all completely, but I don't know what it is. I think it's cool. So that's something you guys know about me now. Poofy hair is cool in my book. Okay, so just go ahead and copy what I was doing down here. Just sharp line, curve, come around the ear, drop down, and yeah, almost looks like a sickle or something. So okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come back up here, and we're going to make this part of her head or her hairline connect right in here with the other part of the hairline. Okay, now what we're going to do is, I don't know what in the world that was. I've never had that notification sound. So yeah, you guys get to experience something new with me. Kind of sounds fantastical, didn't it? Okay, so come up here. Look at this. Here we go with poofy hair. Just a little bit. You know, I really like coming up with different looks for my characters. They don't all have to have... It's art, you know, and there's no rule to what a character should look like. So maybe this side of her hair looks like it's permed, and this side is frizzy, like my hair. Okay, so now what we're going to do is let's grab our eraser again, and let's erase what we did all up here. Because see, if we keep it too long, careful not to get rid of that little line completely right there, because that's her part line. But if we don't get rid of, if we keep too many of these lines around, it will start to get confusing, and then we'll get really irritated. So also too, let me slow down. Okay, click up on right here in the middle. This layer that we used originally, we really don't need it anymore, but before we get rid of it, let's just drop the opacity just a little bit more. There we go. Gosh, I don't even know if you guys can see that. Okay, it's there regardless. So just drop it down a little bit, and yeah, you guys should be good. Okay, so click back on your main drawing layer, and let's get back to it. Let's select, let's see, our 2B pencil. Okay, so now what we want to do is let's fix her hair, because when we were erasing, we kind of got carried away. At least I did. Maybe you did it. I mean, it schooled me right there. Okay, so we're just gonna come up, 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 up. Just like that. So let's fix her hair. Well, we already kind of fixed it, but what I want to do though is let's add some more poofiness over here. Just a little bit. So almost like you're drawing clouds, but at an awkward angle. You know, I'm still tripping out. I don't know what that sound was, but for those of you who have the same tablet I do, maybe you know what it was. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I guess I'll find out once I stop this video. Okay, so now one of the most important things to do, save. I'm so serious. Do not forget to save your work. Can't believe I haven't saved this once since I had started this. But anyway. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add some eyebrows. Okay, so originally we have put the eyebrows we're going to be somewhere in this area, which they are. They're pretty close, but we're going to go a little bit above, just a little bit above, and they're not going to be that thick. So because they really are thick. I'm not trying to give her a unibrow or anything. Okay, so let's just go ahead really lightly and make sure you curve these bad boys. Or bad girls. I don't know what to call them. Okay, so just like that. So just whoosh. The motion for that is whoosh, 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 whoosh. All the way down. Okay? And then come back over here on this side, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. Is just go whoosh, 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 and curve it right there. Just curve and maybe come up with a little bit higher with a few of those. Okay, just like that. And let's see. Yeah. Okay, that's not looking too bad. I hope this wasn't too much for you guys. I really think that you guys got this. I'm very confident in you guys. I feel like you guys got this. No problem. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put some color. Well, not really color. We're just going to fill in her eyes a little bit. So I just made my my pencil just a little bit bigger. And just pretty much to where you feel comfortable with. Don't really worry about going over this little spot, this little spot in her eye, because we can always just come back with a paintbrush and just dot it. So if you accidentally go over it, I mean, I mean this isn't real ink, so it's not like a big deal. You can easily fix it. But if you're trying to keep up with me, then that's fine. Look at me saying trying to keep up with me. Some of you guys might be done with this drawing. But then again, how could you? Because I'm drawing this out of my head. So yeah. Okay, so now, whoops, slid my whole freaking tablet. Okay, now, for the fun stuff, at least what I consider fun. Now, what we're going to do, let's hide that other layer for right now. Well, actually, no, leave it. Leave it. And let's actually bring its opacity back up. Just a little bit, that's too. Okay, so now if you've brought your opacity up, it's not showing up on my camera because my camera's stupid, but go ahead and add a new layer, just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun. Let's go and grab our airbrush tool, and let's drop the opacity on it to probably about the same, 50%. And let's set this about right there. I don't have any specifications on, or whatever. I don't have any ideal preset for what I usually use the radius of my airbrush for. It's just kind of whatever I feel comfortable with. So yeah, you pretty much do the same thing too. So, oh wow, we're at 18 minutes. That's gonna take forever to upload. Okay, so we're just gonna wait a minute. Okay, yeah, we're on the... Always double check to see what layer you're drawing on. Sometimes I make a mistake and do that. So we should be on the middle layer, so you should have 3 layers right now. 3. Okay, so we're just gonna start adding some shading right here on the side of her cheek. Her pretty, pretty, pretty little cheeks. And then let's come down over here, add some onto the neck, the back side of her neck, kind of, cornerish back side. Come all the way over here. Don't worry about all of this. We're gonna get to that. But reason why we're doing this right now is because I want you guys to see how you're drawing, the way you drew it. I want you to actually see now what kind of pose or what kind of angle it's actually at. And you need some volume on your drawing anyway. So just start filling this in. We're probably gonna fill in probably about right to here. We don't want to do too much. We don't want to get too carried away. So let's just keep going. Leave that right there. Don't go over that. Let's just bring this on down. right there. So now you guys are starting to see, huh? You like that, don't you? You're starting to see that this is actually, it's more dimensional than maybe you thought it would be. Now, an important thing you want to do, let's drop the, let's drop out the size of our airbrush. And let's come over here. And the reason why is because, see, we have light hitting probably from up in this corner. And so we need to make a little